Okay, good day, grade 12. So, I hope you can see. I hope you can see here my camera. It's yahlupanyana. Let me adjust first. Let me try to adjust this. Okay, yeah. So this is the continuation of e-calculus. So this is the continuation of e-calculus. Remember, e-calculus, we are dealing about a quantitative understanding of how things change. So I'm going to show you another topic for e-calculus, another concept of e-calculus. So today we are dealing with stationary points. So generally, stationary points points whereby there are no changes. So let's say you are owning a company. Your company, maybe it was receiving a monthly salary of 20 billion. Then all of a sudden, company it produces less than 20. Then after some time, it produces more than 20. Then over the years, so uyabona ukuthi no man, my business is actually producing 20 billion. So layer 20 billion, that is the actual amount that your business will be receiving. So a stationary point is a point whereby there is no change. Okay, so in order to find the point, the stationary point, lana calculus, there are various ways to find a stationary point, but now I'm going to show you one of the ways to find stationary points. Okay, so the point where f prime of x is equals to 0 is called the stationary point. That you must know, uguti, when we find the first derivative of a function, then we equate it to 0. That point is called the stationary point. So at this point, the function f is neither increasing nor decreasing. This means there is no change. There is no change. The point of the function is not increasing and is not decreasing. It's just stationary. It's just stationary. So into esizoyenza but find stationary points here. So you are given f of x equals to x squared plus 2x minus 3. So into esizoyenza right now, we are going to find the first derivative yala. So to find the first derivative yalana, we are going to say f prime of x is equals to, then we're going to use Lagrange notation. So Lagrange notation is 2 times the coefficient of x, which is 1. So 2 times 1 is just 2, x to the power 2 minus 1. So multi 2 minus 1, you're going to find 1. Okay, then because we have a number and a variable, and the f prime of 2x will be just 2. So this is the f prime of x. This is the f prime of x. Then you take this 2x plus 2 and equate it to 0. Then you solve for x. It's about 2x equals to negative 2. Then your x will be equals to negative 1. Okay, that is your x. So lo x lo uzomthatha and substitute it to the original equation, meaning la kuno x corner, you are going to substitute negative 1. So you are going to have f of negative 1 is equals to negative 1 squared plus 2 into negative 1 again minus 3. So la kuno x corner, you are just going to substitute your negative 1. Then ungayifaka calculator or recalculate ngenhloko, that's also okay. Then your answer will be equals to negative 4. So your f of negative 1 will be equals to negative 4. Then I hope you can see ukuthi uye wamthola u-x wakho as negative 1. Then ma substitute leyo negative 1, you got negative 4. So our stationary point will be equals to negative 1 and negative 4. So this is the point whereby the graph is stationary. Okay. Then sisolve yobus 2 nakhona, we are going to find the f prime of this. So the first derivative, which is f prime of x, is equals to, then kuzoba 2 times the coefficient of x, which is 1, kuzoba 2, x to the power 2 minus 1 is just 1. Then because we have negative 4x here, then the first derivative of negative 4x will be just negative 4. Then the derivative of any real number is just 0, so we don't have to write plus 0 here. Then so thatha lo 2x minus 4, equate it to 0 and solve for x. Then our x will be equals to 2. Then we substitute these 2 to the original equation. So we are going to have f of 2 is equals to 2 squared minus 4 into 2 plus 6. Then our f of 2 will be equals to 2 squared minus 4 times 2 plus 6 will give us just 2. So it means our stationary point is this x equals to 2 and that final answer. So it's 2 and 2. So this is our stationary point. Okay. Yeah. So then senzele obus 3 again. So we are going to find the first derivative, only the first derivative. So it's f prime of x equals to then we're going to say this 3 times the coefficient of x, this x, so it's 1 here, so it's going to be 3x, then 3 minus 1 will give us 2. Then since 2, that exponent multiplied by the coefficient of x, which is -9, so 2 times -9 is minus 18x, then 2 minus 1 is just 1. Then the first derivative of a real number is 0, so we don't have to write plus or minus 0. So I'm going to take this and equate to 0. So it's about 3x squared minus 18x equals to 0. Then keep a common factor, which is my x. So it's about x into 3x minus 18 equals to 0. Okay. Yeah, so ngenze mistake la, sorry. Our coefficient is our common factor is 3x. It's 3x, sorry, I made a mistake. So if it's 3x, then sizosala ngo-x minus 6 equals to 0. Then we solve for x. Then we're going to say 3x is equals to 0, or x minus 6 is equals to 0. Then our x will be equals to 0, or our x will be equals to 6. Then we substitute both 0 and 6 to the original equation. So if I substitute 0, it's going to be 0 cubed minus 9 into 0 squared minus 27, and my answer will be equals to negative 27. If I substitute 6, I'm going to say f of 6 is equals to 6 cubed minus 9 into 6 squared minus 27. Then ngizoyiphuncha ku-calculator, so it's going to be 6 cubed minus 9 into 6 squared minus 27. Then ngizothola negative 135. Yeah. So it means stationary point sokuqala, it will be this 0 and negative 27, so it's 0 and negative 27. Then stationary point sokuthi 2 kuzoba 6 and negative 135, so it's 6 and negative 135. Okay, so you are stationary point wakho. It means this is a cubic graph because x to the power 3 laphaya, so it's cubed. So this is a cubic graph. Sizoba nama stationary points ayi-2. Yeah. So number 4 ke ungamzama umzame nje utry ukuzenzela and see ukuthi ungabeka kuphi.